Hello everyone and welcome to LiquidRet versus ROOTSage. Now, this game is going to be going up on my own channel, which is where you're probably currently watching it from if you're watching it. And I know I didn't upload any videos last week. I'm so sorry. I've just been insanely busy with hanging out with friends. And this week we have EOCs all week, so that is that. I'm going to be heading to a concert tomorrow and all that good stuff. But a few things I do want to say. I got a new monitor. Woo! So it is at 1920 by 1080p, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Hopefully it's not going to cause more lag than my other one, but only time will tell. Now, basically this is what I'm going to do. It's something interesting. Now, this is game number 3 of the Acer Team Story Cup between Team Root and Team Liquid. ROOTSage is on a killing spree. He has killed off 2 people already. And you're probably wondering why I'm starting at the 3rd game, and I have a great answer for that. The reasoning is because I'm not really a partner, but I'm more of an associate with Red Light Broadcasting, and one of the advantages of, well, being an associate is I can upload to their channel. So the first 2 games went to their channel, and basically that is that. I haven't really done anything else, but the first 2 games went to their channel. But now they want me to do something a little different, so I'm basically going to make it to where I have a very shortened version where I'm explaining things on their channel, and then we have a more in-depth version of basically me casting the entire game on this channel. But enough about me. As you can see, we have the Warhounds. Hopefully you guys know that this is the April Fool's joke Blizzard played on us, but we do have the spawning pool coming out. Now, this is really interesting. Sage here going for 1 proxy gate, chronoing out Zealots. The spawning pool still has about 10 seconds till it's done, as the first Zealot does pop out here. And this should do a lot of damage. Hopefully it will do a lot of damage. As you can see, the drones here being forced to run. And if you don't know, drones are not good at killing Zealots. You know, it's one thing if you get like 3 Zerglings in your base. It's like, okay, I can attack that with my workers. Well, no, it's not the same for Zealot. Zealot is just too tanky and deals too much damage to just go head-to-head with drones. As more Zealots pop out here, no expansion for LiquidRet. We have a Forge coming up at home for Sage. Now we have some Lings out that's basically going to stop this threat. Well, not exactly. As long as Zealots are going to be here, it's going to be hard for Ret to move down unless he has Ling speed or Roaches. As you can see, he's about to grab 100 gas here and then fly on down after he starts getting these upgrades. Queens, however, are great against Zealots. As you can see, the 3 Zealots here getting shot at by the Queen. Does not lose any health, though. That is very important. Sage playing amazing. Both of these players, I don't believe both of these players are Korean, and I'm so sorry, LiquidRet, if you are Korean, but I'm pretty sure he's not. I do know that Sage is a Korean. That's important. Anyway, the Lings here run by. Most of the Zealots took a lot of damage, but he knows that there's no cannons back at home. Actually, there actually is no cannons back at home, so these Lings are going to do some damage here. This cannon is going to kill the Overlord and kill off a lot of Lings that might be produced. That's why we see the Roach Warren coming down. Aha! So how do you deal with cannons? Roach Warren, remember that. That's important. Never just go mass Lings against cannons. No, 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 no. The Lings here are going to march up into the main base. This is going to do a lot of damage. There's no defenses here except probes. This is a full wall off. It doesn't look like it is, but I guess it is. Wow, is that a full wall off? I don't know. Anyway, the Zealots here going to basically try and kill off all these Zerglings, but there's just too many Zerglings here. We now have a cannon morphing in that's going to stop that. Sage here playing excellently, making sure that he's constantly producing Zealots. He wants his early aggression to go in his favor. And so far it has Ling speed, and now done going to be focusing down the Cybernetics core. Too bad you can't repair, Mr. Warhound, even though you're a probe. The Overlord spread pretty nice. As you can see here, the Queen and Roaches going up here. By the way, guys, Zealots win 1v1 versus Roaches. Oh, a few Lings get in here. It's only 3, though. Meanwhile, the Roaches and Lings here have penetrated through the Zealot wall. Okay, are we okay, Starcraft? We're okay. Sweet. Sentry being basically out here, but that doesn't matter. All the units were down anyway. The only thing that wasn't down was this queen, adding on another cannon, and basically he's just denying mining for quite a long time. We can look at the workers killed. 2 for LiquidRet, none for Sage. So as you can see, he just used his workers to kill those 3 lings off. Nothing insanely huge there. However, these cannons are not going to last. This little setup here, it goes bye-bye. And this poor sentry is going to die. Yep, the roach is going to come back here, kill the sentry off, and run away. Now, basically that means this cannon and these 2 pylons equal nothing, essentially. And apparently there was a pause there. Nothing too big. Economy is looking great for both of our players, 20 to 21. So Protoss kind of on the upper hand here as of the moment. As long as there's not a second base here, Protoss is definitely on the upper hand. Mothership core now out, going to be flying over here. Will we see an expansion? No, just clearing for lings, making sure nothing goes wrong here. Taking the 3rd base instead of just throwing it down to the natural right away. I kind of like that decision from Ret, but however, Ret now taking a 2nd base at his exact natural. But the question is behind this, does Ret just macro, which I believe is what we're going to see. Yep, drones being produced. Or does he go all-out attack? Now, both of them would be pretty decent. We have a full wall off here in the main. We have Warp Gate about halfway done. Robotic facility added on. Most likely to get out those immortals to deal with the roaches. But maybe not. Maybe not. We will see. Of course, about 6 roaches coming down here. Now, Sage, if he throws down this expansion, which he was thinking about it, but he cannot now. Mothership core is going to drive these roaches away. Yeah. Meanwhile, this Ling just checking for any proxy pylons or any shenanigans that might be going on up there. This Overlord sees everything. He knows what is there. And he's about to get attacked by a sentry. Now, something that's important here is the vision that LiquidRet has, essentially. He knows, like, hey, I can take these 3 bases and be completely fine on them. He says, okay, I can fly this Overlord over here and everything will be good. So now we're just going to have pretty peaceful with the Observer being chronoed out. We will probably see the Immortal come out here pretty shortly. The Gateway slowly producing units does have Warp Gate up, but however, only 1 Gateway. That's important too. Normally you will see 2 or 3 gates by about now. But this game has been so insanely crazy with the early opening from ROOTSage that basically we just have a very late expands for both players. But we are getting to a basically standard gameplay here, as there is about 40 drones out to the 30 of ROOTSage. Ret playing this off pretty nicely. It is going to be interesting to see who wins here, as we have the Immortals now coming out. 1 Immortal out already. No upgrades just yet. This Overlord is going to die. There's no doubt about that. Yep, no upgrades out. Still droning, and basically LiquidRet just says, hey, if I can just drone all the way up to Hive Tech, you know, I'll be good on these 3 bases. And a lot of the time, what we are seeing in Heart of the Swarm is 3 base Ultralisk play mixed with Mutalisk. Oh, these drones are messed up. LiquidRet, fix your Warhound problem here. He'll find it eventually. The Spire is going to throw it down here, and that's going to provide for Mutalisk. However, we have the Starport, Stargate. Whoa, there's not a Terran in this game. Where did that come from? The Stargate to make Phoenixes to totally destroy those Mutalisks. And the problem is going to be keeping up in the economy lead with LiquidRet. That's going to be sort of difficult for Sage here. He'll be fine on 2 bases for now, but as you can see, 64 drones to 37, almost doubling that count. The income tab, yeah, almost doubled, except the gas for LiquidRet. Now, we're going to have Sage sort of try and push out here. The Mutalisk are not going to, basically going to deny if he does want to push out. Nope, not going to push, just going to chill. 2 observers here. Overseer, do something! Nope. Overseer has been denied. Yeah. A bunch of Lings now going to run across the map. Going to find out if they can pick off some juicy sentries. Of course, Roaches slowly following behind that. No Roach speed, and that just shows that he's really committed on to going... Oh, no! Force field! Force field! Sage! Force field! There's the force fields. Yeah. Very nice force fields. They're trapping all these sentries inside. Trapping a few Lings, though. And the Lings The Photon Overcharge there very nicely, making sure this is blocked off with another Sentry. Gonna move back here. Now, these roaches cannot really do anything, especially walking into the Photon Overcharge. I don't believe that. A few Force Fields just gonna end this aggression here. The Roach is going to fall back as we have double Phoenix production. He knows the Mutalisk are coming. He has seen the Spire. He knows they're on the way, and Phoenixes are great with dealing with Mutalisk. And that is something that's going to be great for Sage here as it moves farther. He can trade cost efficiently with Mutalisk because he has these Phoenixes out. Now, what's going to be interesting is what his choice of tier 3 tech is. Here come the Phoenixes to say, hey Mutalisk, you want to play? Let's play. He's going to lose 2 Mutalisk. Does he lose any more? No. Yes, he might lose 1 more here. Yeah, 1 more does go down as this chase is underway. A 3rd one goes down, or no, a 4th one goes down there, and a 5th one could easily go down. There's not much anti-air here. There's just Mutalisk. That's important here. The Phoenix is flying over the Spore Crawler there. Not very nice as the Spore Crawler does finish up there. Gonna pick off an Overlord, and this is what Phoenix Harass is all about, you know. Making sure that you force him to stop going Mutalisk. Which is going to make this flyer attacks basically obsolete. Hydralisk now going to be the choice, along with the Goliath Reconstitution coming out. Phoenix is still just being pesky. LiquidRet, now on to 4 bases. We might have a push from Sage here. Yes, I believe we are going to have one. And that's basically going to be before a whole bunch of Lings, before a whole bunch of Hydras, before a whole bunch of Roaches kick in. There are a decent amount of Roaches out on the field already, with 28 Lings about to pop. Can't really kill anything with Mutalisk right now. I don't know if I agree with the continued Phoenix production, because, yes, he hasn't really scouted it out, but there are no more Mutalisk in production. Zerg players, once you see that there are Phoenixes, you pretty much do not want to go for Mutalisk anymore, which is exactly what we're seeing here. Gonna run to the 3rd base with a huge Ling getting in here, and there's almost nothing to defend this at home. Just okay, wait, never mind. I said that wrong. There are units here, but the 3rd base is gonna go down, and the Force Fields try to save it, but nope. Going to surround these Sentries here, and the Immortal. Nice Force Fields there, keeping that blocked off. More Force Fields go. Oh, the Time Warp, beautiful play here by Sage. As he starts to pick up Roaches, all of his Phoenixes are still alive. That's so important here. The Immortal's still alive too, still kicking in the back, providing out that damage as they need to. 17 kills on this Immortal. Oh my gosh. Did he just pick up his own Immortal? He just picked up his own Immortal. I never thought about that. Picking up your own units. Wow. Sage showing us you can do the impossible, basically. As the Time Warp does fade. Yeah, now I believe we'd had a fleet beacon go down somewhere. Yes, no. No, we did not. Purely on Gateway here. The Hydra's now out. Sage going to identify that. Needs to probably tech into Colossus to deal with the Hydralisk. But he does need this 3rd base also, so we will see what he decides to do. In the meantime, still droning LiquidRet is, oh my gosh, 69 drones. That's going to make about 70 something, I don't even know. Anyway, the huge Hydralisk push is going to come up here. Now, this isn't a whole lot of Hydralisk, and they can't really run too if they get force fielded in. However, just going to force field them out, basically. The Immortal's not going to dish out a ton of damage against the Hydras. Where is the Colossus? He might not even go for Colossus, which is actually quite an interesting choice here. Yeah, there's the Fleet Beacon. I knew you were somewhere, you Fleet Beacon. There's the Colossus Robotics Bay now coming down. Yeah. As he establishes this 3rd base, and Rhett establishes his 4th. Now on to 81 drones, producing 12 more. My gosh, 93 drones. That is ridiculous. No, that's 94 drones. That's insane. Oh, Phoenix is still being pesky. Yeah, go Phoenixes, go. Hydra's moving up here. Very nice force fields, cutting the army in half there. And all is good. Of course, Phoenix is still killing things. Yeah. Now Rhett here, he's just going to keep on macroing up, keep making sure he hits those injects. Even though if he is losing overlords, he can just reproduce them. Of course, it takes up larvae, which is basically what Sage wants to do. He wants to supply block his opponent. And he's actually starting to. Gonna go up and pick up the queens. That's important too, taking out the queens. Decides to run back as there's more engagements down here. The Hydra's trying to move in. But the longer that LiquidRet really waits to make this push final, which is going to be hard for him to actually make this push just because the amount of sentries, the amount of force fields, the amount of immortals, and the photon overcharges, they're all preventing him from making the push like he wants to do. But the longer he waits to push, the more upgrades Sage is going to get as more and more things are just killed off here. Picking up Roach is not the best idea. But basically, upgrades are going to be churning out for Sage along with Colossus as he waits into this game a little bit longer. Immortal still the choice of production here. Very nice force fields there. Just cutting off the army. Essentially, that's what you want to do. Going to slowly push up here. Hydra's dishing out so much damage. Cutting it in half again. Trapping those units into the little corners. Now going to run up here and pick up with the Phoenix. Oh my gosh, this is just beautiful play by ROOTSage. And this just shows you that he is a boss player. He's pretty much taken out almost 3 opponents. Rhett is the last Liquid opponent standing between him and, well, the next Liquid opponent. He's already taken out 2. So where will he go next? Will he win this game? It's looking like it's in his favor. Colossus now in production. The Phoenixes have been so cost efficient. We actually look at the units lost tab. It's so insanely in favor of ROOTSage. Hydra is now popping out. Gonna deal with these Phoenixes somewhat. The Phoenix is lifting Hydras. I don't know if I exactly agree with that, but as long as they stay alive. I mean, these Phoenixes have served their purpose. They have done all the damage that they really need to do to be good in this game. This hatchery here should die, but I don't think Sage sees it. No, he does not see it. So the 5th base going to finish up there for Rhett. Meanwhile, Sage with his 4th base. Now, you just saw how quickly LiquidRet just regained his army, essentially. Oh, force fields. Could have waited to cut that army in half a little bit more, but still pretty decent there. The Time Warp going to prevent these Hydralisks from running. Hydralisk speed is not upgraded, which is quite interesting. At least I don't believe it is. Nope, Time Warp still affecting these units. The Colossus is out now, and Rhett has just suffered so much damage. Yes, he's reproducing so quickly, but the engagements are just such in Sage's favor that it's going to be hard to deal with it, especially now that these Colossus are at the Immortals, melting anything that comes near. Going to push up onto this 5th base here pretty shortly, I would assume, as Sage now knows it's there. He says, hey, you're just slowly reinforcing. I got this. As you can see, Hydras just freaking kill Immortals, like, insanely quickly. Basically kill anything. 2-2, done for LiquidRet. Meanwhile, we have ROOTSage with just 1-0 for upgrades. Wow, that just shows us that how strong Protoss units really are. Oh, it's okay. Sage should be okay because these are all Immortals here. Which means they melt roaches insanely quickly there. Sage showing great control with his army. He's saying, hey, I know what to get. He's getting extended thermal lance. And basically what you want to do is you want to have Colossus to counter the Hydras, and then you want to have Phoenixes to counter the Mutas, which is basically what we saw. Now the question is, will we see a transition into Zealot Archon or not? Time Warp there, going to save these Immortals. Tried to trap a few there, but nope. Oh my gosh, this Mothership Core has 4 HP. That is the luckiest Mothership Core ever. Until it dies. But, you know, we're not going to talk about that. This base going back down for LiquidRet. Yeah. Now, his creep spread is not the best. It's something I do want to bring up. His creep spread could have been a lot better, but I mean, hey, he's still holding in there pretty nicely. It's not like a ton of damage has been done to him. He's actually maintaining a supply lead, maxing out on Roach Hydra. But his bank, a lot of times you'll see Zerga players with this many bases have the most insane bank you could ever imagine. And to be honest, Red does not really have a huge bank. His bank is about the same as Sage's, maybe just doubling Sage's. And to be honest, Red can't really just, you know, straight up engage into this army here. And the reason being is, well, Because force fields. I mean, that is the thing. Just force field all the Hydras out and use extended thermal lance to melt every kind of, basically all of them. Now, we're going to have a double-pronged attack here from Ret, but I'm pretty sure Sage is ready for this. He's just going to fall back, force field off this ramp, deal with this army. Very nice force fields there. Also, we have one Colossus out now. The Stalkers and Immortals going to be dishing out so much damage here. And basically, you know, Ret is just not... He's not having favorable engagements here. The low FPS, but it looks beautiful anyway. I'm pretty sure I only set it to yeah. Okay. We're good. We're good. Alright, sweet. So Sage here, morphing into more sentries, and he's being so dependent on the force fields here in this matchup, which is good. It's good. It's fine to be dependent on force fields. Cat saying, yeah, no hive tech. That's something very important. You know, Ret, you know, really basically likes the layer tech. Cat's there being a pretty bossy guy there. Can he cut this army off? Oh no, this army is trapped. Well, it was about to be trapped, but now it looks like Sage's army is the one that's trapped. But it's okay. He will take this engagement with force fields, making a very narrow choke point there. Beautiful force fields thus far for Sage. Yeah, gonna break down these force fields with the Colossus. Boom, boom. Love that. 5th base now up for Ret. Once again, the Phoenix is still just being able to scout things out, saying, hey, I see you over there. As the macro in this game is quite ridiculous. 70 probes to 90 drones. Wow. So you take a look at the units kill tab. As you can see, Sage has basically killed a whole ton of crap. Whereas no workers have almost been done. We have a very non-harassment type play. Just a very just straight up macro game from both of these players. And I still have no... Oh wait, there's an engagement going on here. The Corruptors are out now. He needs to focus down the Corruptors, but I mean, to be honest, Sage is just overwhelming the army of Ret. Even if he does reproduce it so many times, he needs to get tier 3 tech up. Maybe he was planning on going to Greater Spire, but it doesn't really matter. The force field's still so perfect. So many Stalkers still left over. He still has a Colossus that just got here. The Phoenix is helping out to just kill off these Corruptors. Also, there is almost no more Hydras out for Ret here. And the engagements are just so much in ROOTSage's favor there. You can look at the units lost tab, and that is insane. The spines going to get dominated by this army. Yes. Domination indeed. These Hydras just gonna have a little bit of fun poking back and forth. Only leaving a few Stalkers to shoot the hatchery while his main army just basically sort of defends. Plans to fall back. A ton of Hydra still coming out from Sage. No 3-3 on the from LiquidRet. No 3-3 on those Hydras. 2-0 now done for Sage as he still pushes forward here. And I feel like he should fall back, but he's pretty confident in his Blink Micro, and I don't blame him. His Blink Micro is pretty boss. These two Immortals still standing. 60 kills! Oh my gosh, this is an Executor 60 kill Immortal. That is insane! You barely ever see a unit with over 20 kills. So for there to be 60, it is insane. The GG coming out for LiquidRet. And basically, this was just a straight up example of a game going, going straight. Every battle that took place was in Sage's favor. That's basically all we had here. Oh, of course, Ret, he suffered a little at the early game with the proxy stuff that went on, but it's all good here. We have the 6th base finish, but that doesn't matter. The trades were so cost ineffective for LiquidRet that basically ROOTSage has taken another Liquid down. I'm going to move on to the next Liquid. And who's going to stop Sage's killing spree? I have no freaking clue. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Check out Red Light Broadcasting if you want the shorter version of this game. And that's basically that. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. I am Demon Monkey. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want down below. If you have any suggestions on videos, or if you want to send me replays, just send me a PM through the inbox on YouTube, and I'll make sure I get back to you on that. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, also, follow my stream and follow my Twitter. The reason being is I do a lot of stuff for streams, like tournaments and etc. tournaments. And I do pretty much weekly tournaments, bronze, silver, and gold. And maybe sometimes platinum, diamond. But then I do some other stuff too, so just keep that in mind as we go forward here. We're just going to watch this ending game as I basically talk about that. And it's very fun, you know, I just come out and cast. I'm doing one tonight, Monday night. Every Monday night I basically cast bronze, silver, gold. So if you just follow my Twitter, you'll know when I go live. And it's not on my Twitch page, it's on a different one, so keep that in mind. Anyway guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.